What if there really is a God and you find out that he knows you by name and you find out that he loves you and he wants you to know him personally? Would you give him a chance? What if he could show you a way to experience life in ways you never dreamed would be possible? A life that some have experienced but most have not. A life that Jesus talked about. Abundant life. A life more fulfilling. Would you give him a chance? What if he would reveal the answer to that age-old question, why am I here? What is my purpose? Would you allow him to show you what his plan is for your life? Would you give him a chance? What if he'd use his power to make you a new person by forgiving you of all of the wrong choices, all of the wrong decisions, and even every word that came out of your mouth you wish you hadn't said? And all he'd ask in return is an acknowledgement that you were wrong and a sincere request for forgiveness. Would you give him a chance? What if he promised to be your best friend and he offered to help you, to guide you, give you direction the rest of your life, to defend you when you were wrongly accused, to provide for your needs? And what if he would promise to be with you and walk by your side and never leave you, no matter how difficult your circumstances might be today or tomorrow or any day in the future? Would you give him a chance? Well, if your answer is yes, let me tell you, he can, he will, and he does every single day for millions of people. He's been doing it for thousands of years, and he's eager to do these things for you. Welcome to the Do You Know Him podcast. My name is Lowell King. I will be your host. Nearly 40 years ago, I became a Christian, and I began a spiritual journey that has been filled with unexplainable events that most people would probably refer to as miracles. As a result of these life experiences, I've discovered the priceless value of a relationship with God. So what is a miracle? According to the dictionary, a miracle is an event that happens and cannot be explained by natural or scientific law. Therefore, a miracle is defined as a work of divine, a supreme being, God himself. During future podcasts, I will be sharing some of the amazing stories of events that I have personally experienced in my life, where I believe if God had not intervened in some cases, I wouldn't be here to tell you these stories today. I will be discussing some of the miracles that Jesus performed and revealing the things that Jesus taught us that would lead us to the abundant life he promised for his followers. Please join me for the next podcast. The title is Lost. This is a story about me at 6 years old, lost in a national forest in Northern California, in a complete panic, terrified, didn't know where I was at, had no idea how I was going to find anyone, crying out for help and running in the wrong direction, away from those who were trying to help me. It's amazing to know, looking back on the story, how God always knows where we're at, and he always has a way for us to come home. I'll leave the rest of that story for the next time. This is Lowell King asking you probably the most important question anyone will ever ask you in your entire lifetime. Do you know him?